While loop. While loop. While loop is looping as long as the condition is true, which means while loop will still loop as long as given condition is true and stops when the condition becomes false. While loop is very important, and almost all programming languages have while loop. Python have two primitive loops, for and while. Let's see how. Okay, open brackets to try using while loop. So I will use while loop to print I as long as variable I is less than 6. So type letter I equal 1. To use while loop, you have to type the keyword while first, then parentheses and put the conditions. For example, while I less than or equal 6, which means I will still looping as long as I is less than or equal 6. Make sure the indentation is very important. Then type your statements or your block of code, such as print variable I and variable I plus equal 1. Plus equal 1 means to add by 1 each time the loop is looped. After that, try that on terminal and see what we did. As you can see, while loop was looping as long as the condition was true, and added by 1 each time was looped. Then it stopped looping when the variable becomes greater than 6, which breaks the condition rule that you have put it. Okay, thank you for watching. Using flag to stop looping. First, open brackets. Now, I will give you an example to see how the flag works. Create a variable equal empty string or nothing in the variable. Another variable such as name equal string write any name \n. Alright, now I will use the flag. Type while I is not equal quotation marks q colon I equal input parenthesis name. This means as long as variable I is not equal q, do the statement or the block of code that we did, which is I equal input parenthesis variable name. After that, try that on terminal. As you can see, it says write any name. I will write anything now. Just watch out. Here the flag works when I type q, because in the condition said as long as the variable I is not equal q, infinite loop. Infinite loop. While loop becomes infinite loop if the condition never becomes false. So you have to be careful with that because the loop will loop infinite and never stops. That's why you need to make it false as possible to stop looping. Let's see how. Now go to brackets. I will show you how the infinite loop works. For example, create a variable I equal 1. Then use while I equal 1 colon. And create a variable name equal input parenthesis string enter your name. Then print string your name is plus name. You can either use plus or comma. Now try that in terminal. Now I will put multiple names to show you. As you can see, it loops forever and never stops, because the condition never becomes false. Most of the time, infinite loop is not a good practice to do, and I really don't recommend it. Thanks for watching. Using break and continue with while loop. Using break and continue with while loop. Break and continue can be used in both for and while loops. Break can be used to exit the while loop immediately. Easiest definition for continue is skip and return back to the beginning to the loop. Let's see how. Okay, now go to brackets. I will show you how to use break first and then continue. For example, create a variable called I equal 1. Create an empty variable user equal empty string. Then use while I is less than or equal 5 colon. User variable equal input parenthesis insert any name \n. Then print string you inserted plus user variable. Okay, now if user equal string John colon, then type the keyword break. So break here means if the user inserted the name of John, it will exit the loop immediately. Then type elif user equal string Mac colon and type the keyword continue. Continue means if the user inserted Mike, the program will skip that and return back to the tab of the condition. Then type I plus equal 1, which means incremented by 1 each time the loop is looped. After that, try the code on terminal. Okay, I will put multiple names to show you. Watch out. As you can see, when I inserted John, the loop stopped. Now, I will use the terminal one more time with multiple names. Okay, when I inserted Mike, it skipped. When I inserted John, it stopped. That's everything for now. Thanks for watching.